I'll keep an eye out for it. I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'll keep an eye out for if anyone joins in as well. I am recording this session, so I can email it to any of you after the presentation as well if you would like a copy of it. And I'm also going to email you a couple of the slides that I show you. One is a breakdown of the program itself with the tuition cost and the order of the classes, as well as their start and end dates, so you can see that. Well, my name is Savannah. I recently got married, so my new last name is Moncrief. My maiden name was Simro, so that's why my email address is ssimro@nu.edu. But it is now Moncrief, doing that very tedious process of changing my name on everything. So eventually you might see my email address change as well. I am the community education specialist for National University in Riverside and Ontario. So basically I do outreach. I go out and educate prospective students on National University and our programs. I also go out and try to establish new partnerships with local businesses or organizations. So I'm going to start and I'll go over a general overview of National University. As teachers, you might have heard of us before. We are very popular in the teaching community. We are one of the #1 teaching credentialing schools in the state. But you might not know much about us, or even if you haven't heard of us at all, I'll share some information. And then we will go over the actual Masters of Science in Advanced Teaching Practices program. We will be starting in April. So another user just joined. If you wouldn't mind typing in the chat your first name and which school district you work for, so I can let you know if you get a tuition discount with us and so everyone can see who's joining. I mentioned earlier I muted everyone's microphones. If you do have a question and you want to chime in, you can unmute it yourself or type in the chat box and I'll keep an eye on it. Alrighty. So just some facts about National University. We were founded in 1971. We were founded by a veteran, a Navy Lieutenant Commander, David Chigos. We offer on-site, online, and hybrid course options. For this particular master's cohort that I'm going to tell you about today, it's going to be our hybrid option, where it will be an in-person meeting session 1 day a week and then the rest online. We have over 20 locations throughout California and 1 in Henderson, Nevada. We have more than 120 graduate degrees and undergraduate degrees, as well as 13 teaching credentials and licenses. As I mentioned before, we are one of the top credentialing schools in California, and we have over 30,000 students, more than 150,000 alumni. About half of our students are undergraduates, and about 82% of those come to us as transfer students from local community colleges. Here's a list of all of our locations that are in Southern California. The closest to all of you would probably either be Riverside or Ontario. I've listed the address for the Riverside campus for you because this is where we will be holding the classes for this cohort. So the address is right there. It's 1325 Spruce Street, number 500, Riverside, California, 92507. Our main campus is in San Diego. That's the largest location with the most on-site programs. And then LA is also a very large campus. Our accreditation, so whenever you're going to choose a school to attend, you want to check their accreditation. The highest accreditation you can get as a university is a regional accreditation, and we are regionally accredited by WASC, which is the Western Association of Schools and Colleges. This is the same accreditation as any Cal State or UC or the main California community colleges. And then I've listed below some other accreditations and approvals that we do have. We are approved by the CTC. Probably the only one down below that applies to you, but we do have numerous approvals and accreditations as well. Our classes are in an accelerated 1 course per month format. So this means that with this cohort, you would be starting your first class in April and be done with it by the end of April. And then in May, you'll start your second class, and so on. The program is 10 courses long, so it would make the program 10 months long. We are on the quarter system, so our classes are 4.5 quarter units. If you've attended a school that was on the semester unit system, 4.5 quarter units is equivalent to 3 semester units. And then we do have 3 different formats for our classes. We have traditional on-site classes, which are 2 nights per week. We make them in the evenings from 5:30 to 10, so that you can attend if you work during the day. National University recognizes that most college students are working, or they're stay-at-home parents, or they have other obligations that prevent them from attending classes multiple times a week during the day. So we try to make our classes flexible around a working schedule. We also offer hybrid courses where you would attend class 1 evening a week, and then you would do the remaining contact hours online. And then we have fully online classes, which you can access 24 hours a day, and we use the Blackboard system, if any of you are familiar with that. Again, along the way, if you have any questions, go ahead and type them in the chat. If you want me to go back, I can. And like I said, I'll email you the recording of this session as well, so if you do want to go back and listen to it, you can. Our streamlined admissions process. So our admissions process is pretty simple. You would go to nu.edu and fill out a graduate application. We have open enrollment, which means we accept applications any month of the year. So we do not have application deadlines. If you do decide you want to join in this Master's in Advanced Teaching Practices cohort, I recommend applying no later than March, just so that you can get all of your transcripts in. If you want to apply for financial aid or any of that stuff, so you can get that going before the course starts in April. We require a 2.5 minimum GPA. As long as you have that GPA from your bachelor's degree, you will be accepted into the program. And it just has to be from a regionally accredited institution, so any Cal State or UC. If you have less than a 2.5 GPA, there is an option to start on provisional status. What this means is you'd be allowed to take the first course of the program, and you have to get a B or above, not a B minus, it has to be a B. If you get that B or above, then you'll be accepted into the program and you can continue on. We don't have an application fee, so you can apply for free, and then down the road, say you start doing the process, try out your first class, think this isn't for me, you have until 9 days to drop your course. If you drop within that deadline, you'll get a full refund, you won't owe us anything. If you do work for a school district or an organization that we have a partnership with where you get a discount, you'll also want to submit an employment verification form so that we can see and verify that you do work for that organization or district, and we can get that discount applied to you. I have a later slide that lists the school districts we have partnerships with currently, and I'll show you those in a moment. You would also need to submit your official undergraduate transcripts to show your bachelor's degree. And then if you're interested in student loans, you'd want to fill out a FAFSA. So all of our programs are split up into our 6 different areas of study. We have the School of Business and Management, the Sanford College of Education, the School of Engineering and Computing, School of Health and Human Services, School of Professional Studies, and the College of Letters and Sciences. You can see the middle row has all of our undergraduate programs that are in each section, and then the bottom row has the graduate programs. So the Masters of Science in Advanced Teaching Practices, here's the program description for you. The program engages candidates in opportunities based on universal design for learning theory to gain skills, knowledge, and expertise to become more effective teachers and transformative change agents in education. Candidates develop a personal teaching growth plan that is grounded in both historical and current practices, as well as professional ethics to create a pathway for continuous growth. So this master's program is geared specifically for teachers that already have their teaching credential. If you are a student coming to us with just your bachelor's degree and weren't teaching yet, then we would recommend for you to do our Master's of Education with the credential combination that we offer. But since each of you are already teachers, this would be the option that would be the most relevant for you if you want to advance in your teaching skills and your knowledge. There are 4 learning outcomes for this program. You will create a personal inspired educational philosophy that is grounded in historical current practices and professional ethics to include a pathway for continuous growth. We will integrate increasingly sophisticated instruction, assessment, and digital learning skills for research, curriculum design, and professional growth. And you will design exceptional learning experiences that promote social justice and that include the principles of universal design for learning. And you will apply research-based knowledge and skills to create and transform effective, diverse learning environments. So here I've broken down the prospective schedule that we are creating for this cohort. As I said, it's 10 courses, and we sent in the schedule for approval. We're just waiting for the official approval. I don't see any reason why it's not going to be. The lead faculty has already approved it. It's pretty much just up to the schedulers to actually put it on the schedule. So I'll let you know if this changes at all, but this should be the schedule to expect starting in April. So the courses for this particular cohort, it's going to be on Monday evenings from 5 p.m. to 9:30. And it again will be at our Riverside location. And then if you look at the chart on the right, this is one of the things I'm going to email you after the presentation, so you'll have this breakdown. The first column shows the start and end date for each class. So the first class will be starting on April 8th, and it will go until May 4th. And that's the ATP 600 Inspired Educator course. I've listed the course description next to it. I'm not going to read all of those, but as I said, I'll email this to you so you do have it. And then the first column on towards the right with the 1935 is our normal tuition for each course. The last column, the 1645, is what the tuition would be if you work for a district that we do have a partnership with, and you get a 15% tuition scholarship. So far, from the 2 of you that posted in the chat, we do have partnerships with Moreno Valley Unified School District and Riverside Unified School District. So Tammy and Stephanie, you should both receive that 15% discount amount. And I do have a slide with the other districts we have partnerships on another slide to show you as well, if any of you work for a different district out of those 2. So the first 5 courses are the core courses for the program. So everyone will take those in order on the dates listed. Then after those first 5 courses, you will need to take a specialization, which is 4 courses long. We are going to pick one and schedule it for the program for this cohort. And I'm going to show you the 4 different ones in a moment. If you want to take a specialization that's not the one that we choose to schedule for this cohort, you can still take it. You'll just have to take it online outside of the cohort. So you won't be taking it on Mondays from 5 to 9:30. You'll be taking it online instead, and then you'll jump back in for the capstone portfolio at the end. And then in the blue box where it says where the 4 specialization courses would be placed into the schedule, I have added the totals for what all 4 of those courses would be. So the normal tuition for those 4 courses would be $7,740, and then if you get that 15% tuition scholarship, it would be $6,580. So the first specialization option that we have for this program is Advanced Assessment Literacy. I'm guessing the specialization we're going to pick to schedule for the Monday night cohorts is either going to be this one or the second option, Advanced Digital Literacy. The other 2 specializations have a few more requirements and are a little more difficult to get, so we're probably not going to schedule one of those. If you really want one of the other options, we can work it out so that you can take that one instead. Just let me know. But the Advanced Assessment Literacy specialization is it's designed for educators to A, use assessment to improve students' learning and achievement, and B, to develop and serve as assessment leaders, coaches, student advocates, and change agents. And then I've listed the 4 courses that would be in that specialization. The second option is advanced digital literacy. And so this is it's designed for educators to gain knowledge, to use technology to improve student learning and achievement, and to develop and serve as digital literacy leaders. So if you want to make sure you're fluent in teaching an online class or learning how to use those digital platforms, this would be a good specialization option. As soon as I find out which specialization we're going to schedule on Monday nights, I will let you all know. And then if you want to do a different one, just let me know and I can figure out how we can work it into your schedule so you can do that one instead. The third option is the National Board Certified Teacher Leadership option. On the left, the bullet points show who this specialization is geared for. So it's for those of you who want to improve your teaching and prepare to achieve National Board certification. Or it's for those who are active NBCT candidates and want to earn graduate level credit. Or it's for those who have achieved NBCT and want to earn graduate credit as they develop an NBCT leadership portfolio, or for new teachers who want to experience the NBCT portfolio process in advance of submitting for full candidacy to the NBPTS, so the National Board of Professional Teacher Standards, I think was the S. I just had a brain shut down. And then you can see the 4 courses on the right that are in that specialization. And the final option is the Reading and Literacy Added Authorization option. So this 4-course sequence is designed to meet the needs of teachers who already have a teaching credential, have 2 years of full-time experience, and want to attain a specialty in assessing student reading capabilities and provide appropriate reading instruction in response to those assessments. This specialization, you do have to work with a credential specialist to apply for the California Reading Certificate Added Authorization after. I don't think we'll be choosing this as a specialization, but if this is something you are really interested in, please let me know, and I can let you know your options and how we can work it into your schedule. So just a little recap of bullet points for the program that we're going to be starting in April. It is only open to teachers in local school districts. So this Monday night option from 5 p.m. to 9:30 a.m. starting in April is only open for teachers in school districts close to Riverside. There is that 15% tuition scholarship if you do work for a district we have a partnership with. And then that class schedule again, it would start in April and run until January. And it would be Mondays from 5 p.m. to 9:30. And I put tentative just because it's not officially in the books, but as soon as it is, I'll let you know. Like I said, the lead faculty already approved for it, so there's no reason it's not going to get approved. I just in case something goes wrong, I want to cover my bases, but I'll let you know for sure as soon as that's officially scheduled. So here's a list of community partnerships that we have in the surrounding areas. We have Bonita Unified School District, the Coachella Valley Teachers Association, Hesperia Unified, Moreno Valley Unified, Redlands Teachers Association, Riverside Unified, San Bernardino City, and San Jacinto. We are currently working on a partnership with Murrieta Valley. We're just waiting for, they've already signed the contract, we're just waiting for the board to approve it before we advertise it and get the word out. And then we are also working on one with Jurupa Unified currently. If you do not work for any of these school districts we already have a partnership with, let me know. And I can see if there are any other options that you personally qualify for. We also have partnerships for any Riverside Community College District alumni. So if you've gone to Norco College Riverside City College or Moreno Valley College at any time in the past, you can get that discount as well. Or also if you've gone to Mount San Jacinto College, we also have that discount. So if the other members in the group who don't work for Moreno Valley or Riverside don't see their school district on this list, just send me an email and let me know where you work and where you've gone to school, and I can see if there's any other options for you as well. So here's the tuition broken down in larger totals for you to see. On the left is our normal graduate tuition. So normally we charge $430 a quarter unit, which equals $1935 per course, or about $15,000 for an academic year. Our academic year is every 8 classes, so don't confuse that with the calendar year of 12 classes. So about every 8 classes, it would be $15,000. With our school district partnership, that 15% scholarship, it brings it down to $366 a quarter unit, or $1645 per course, or about $13,000 for an academic year. And then on the right, I've calculated the total for the Master's in Advanced Teaching Practices program. So total in all, if you don't get that tuition scholarship, it would be about $19,000, and then if you do, it would be about $16,000. These totals don't include textbooks. The textbooks are up to the professors to assign. You can order them from any source that you want. I've liked renting mine from Amazon because it's a lot cheaper and you can ship it back for free. And with the courses only being a month long, you don't really need the books for that long unless you like to keep your textbooks. Professors will usually give you a couple options. They'll either give you the link through our school textbook, it's NU Text Direct, and that will tell you if there's a physical copy you can order or if there's a link you can download and if you can rent a digital copy or purchase a digital copy. So they usually give you a few different options through the university and they'll have different prices. Or you can, like I said, go to Amazon or go to Chegg or any other source that you want to get the textbook from. Just make sure it's the same edition. And then some of the courses also offer an ebook. They're called DART ebooks, so D-A-R-T. These are ebooks that are embedded in the class, and they will automatically charge you for the textbook if you don't opt out. So make sure if your class, if you see you get a notification that it has a DART ebook, look at it right away, see if that's the way you want to go with the book, or if you find it somewhere cheaper and you want to get it that way instead, just opt out of the DART ebook and then purchase it however you'd like. Just remember, if you see that DART ebook and you don't opt out, it will automatically charge you. I think it gives you a week or 2. I don't remember how long, but it does give you some time until it will charge you if you want to check it out. But you'll get an email with all of that information if the course does have one, and it will tell you when to drop or when to opt out by, and it will tell you how long you have for free and how much it costs. So you'll get all that information. Just make sure you're checking your personal email that you supply the university, as well as your message center that's going to be in your SOAR student portal, because you will be reached out to both of those depending on which department's reaching out to you. If I'm reaching out to you, it'll be through the personal email address you provide me. But then other departments will just reach out through your message center in your student portal. So we do have some financial aid resources. These are all the resources for both undergraduate and graduate. Graduate students, unfortunately, don't have as many options when it comes to grants or scholarships. There is a Teach grant. I don't know too much about it. I'm not sure if you can get it after you're already a teacher. What I do know is that you need to plan on teaching in a school for 4 years after you get your credential. So I'm not sure if you have to be a first-time credential student to use it. I'm not sure. You can read up on it on your own, or we do have financial aid advisors available as well who can go over that information with you and if you would be eligible for it. I know you don't get any other grants though as a graduate student, but we do offer loans. We are a yellow ribbon school. And then I did list the different other scholarships we have below, but most of those are for undergraduate students. The one that's going to apply to most of you is going to be that partnership 15% tuition scholarship. Here's just some of the student services that we do offer. We have math tutoring and a writing center, and most of these resources you can access online. Our computer labs, every campus has a computer lab that's open and free to use for students. And we also have a career center. We do have a library. It's in San Diego, but you can access it online. And if you see any books that you want to rent, they will ship it to your closest campus for free. So if you go on there and you see a textbook that you need or any books you want to read for fun, my coworker was renting Harry Potter and they shipped it to the Ontario campus for free for her. So if you see any books you'd like, they'll ship it to Riverside or Ontario for you, and then they'll give you instructions on how to ship it back. Your single sign-on and SOAR student portal. Once you become a student, if you log in on our National University webpage, the first page you're going to go to is your single sign-on. This is like your main page that will have all the little links to the different things you have access to. One of those will be your SOAR student portal. That will be where your message center will be, where you can track any financial aid you're receiving. You could see your grades in there, your schedule, pretty much any information you would need to find, you can find in there. We also have student concierge services that are open till midnight every day. So say it's 10 o'clock at night and you don't know how to look up something or you don't know what to do and you can't get a hold of me or an advisor, you can reach out to student concierge services. Or we also have an IT help desk, so if you're having technical issues, they can help you figure those out. We have a Veterans Affairs office for any military students with benefits. And we also have student accessibility services if you need different types of assistance during your educational career with us. And that's all the information that I have currently for you. Your next steps would be to let me know if you do want to join into this program or if you have other questions. You can email me, you can call me. If you have any questions right now, feel free to type them in the chat or unmute. And then if you do decide you want to join or if you're still unsure, make sure you're keeping an eye out for any emails that I send you with updates. Like I said, after this presentation, I'll send you the recording and I'll also send you that breakdown sheet of what the classes are and the tuition costs and the different specializations. It also has the different partnerships, so you can see if you work for any of those school districts or if you went to any of those community colleges. And then if you do decide that this is for sure what you want to do starting in April, let me know and I will email you more in-depth directions on where to send your transcripts, the application link. I'll include the employment verification form and how you can apply for financial aid. So any questions right now? I'm an intern. I was supposed to be done by December, but did not get my Cal TPA completed. Do I still qualify? I'll have to check with the credential specialist. You should still qualify because this program, any person with a bachelor's degree can enroll into it. I don't think you technically have to have a credential to apply for this master's, but I'll double check and get back to you, Tammy. Tammy Cruz, I'm just writing it down really quick. Are you working on your Cal TPA now to finish it?